Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here I am, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier review by Skinny Man. Just to give you my opinion, because you honestly should never believe every single review you see, and somebody says it sucks, somebody says it's good. I think regardless, you should still play the game for yourself to figure that out. But yeah, just going on a few little things. We're gonna go into the characters. You got Scout. You know, it's basically your sniper rifle guy. You know, he's got some machine guns as well. And the crazy part is that there's Team Ghost and then there's Team LOADOUT, and they both have different weapons. So you don't have like classes or anything of that. I mean, everything's still loadouts, but they each have their own individual weapons that they can only use, and you can't choose which team you're on when you start the map. It's just random. But for the most part, they're kind of balanced. So you got Scout, you got Rifleman, and you got Engineer. Engineer does most of like the healing, the repairing, and has like a few submachine guns here and there, and shotguns as well. When it comes down to the customization, you can customize almost anything, as you can see. I mean, big ups for the customization part. I'll give them an A+ on that. Like, it goes really in depth with that. Nothing has gone too far the way they have, but still, customization is customization. You make it your personal. Those are the secondary weapons, and like grenades. You got your sensor. Get used to seeing the sensor. Get used to seeing detected. Get used to seeing like heat, like infrared heat, people running all around. And then this is the equipment that the engineer has. I think that's like an upgraded UAV. Haven't gotten to it yet. Obviously, I'm not level 40. Just bought the game yesterday. You got your sentry. I know that thing's gonna be beast whenever people get to 40. You're gonna get tired of seeing that. Field computer. Faster hacking. Stun enemy objectives. You can like stun the enemy and then like hack their intel, and like all the enemies will like pop up and all that good stuff. And of course you have the UAV. I'm just about to show you what that looks like, because I actually got it to level 4 the other day. So, you know, you're flying around. Like, first, like this, of course, this game I had no idea what I was doing. It's just playing around.
Come on, I shot him.
But you can move up, you can move down, you can change the view, you can exit the cam, you can recall. But the thing with the UAV is you just hold. Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. But you just hold the target on the person, and their body lights up for the rest of the entire team to see. So of course you can't help them out, you know, by killing them, but you can at least light them up, and your teammates will always know where they are, which is a really big plus. And I played like that whole entire game and used that, and it was kind of fun. And that was pretty much the reason why we won, because we knew where they were the whole time. Of course you have Jammer, which is just like Call of Duty Black Ops, where it just jams the radio and jams anything that's like kind of, you know, technology. Oh, I get jazz. And then the sensor, get used to seeing this. You think you're invisible? Nah, not at all. And when it says detected on you, this is exactly what the enemy sees. They know exactly where you are at all times. So get used to seeing that. And that's the only way you can win. That's the only way, is if you know where the enemy is all the time. And then you got your Rifleman. Like I said, Ghost and LOADOUT both have their individual weapons. This guy uses mainly assault rifles and LMGs. This is probably like the standard most people will probably pick when they pick up the game firsthand. You know, you're not really going to go into Scout. It's not like Call of Duty or Halo or something where you can just pick up a sniper rifle and start sniping. It's just not that easy. It's still easy though. And as you can see, got a plethora of machine guns, ACR. You know, you cannot go wrong with ACR. If you see an ACR in any video game, go ahead and pick it up, because you know it's very accurate. Got the MK14. Very powerful. And for those who know MK14s, these are mostly your modders. You know, the people who have modded controllers, because it's based off a single shot. And you know, people are just gonna tear and rip through that. Yeah, you can't escape it. Can't escape it. But you got a few little plethora of weapons. MK48. Big whoop to do. It's just a light machine gun. Now the light machine guns, of course, they pack a lot of punch, but they just spray everywhere. But mostly, your stability comes from if you're standing, it's gonna go everywhere. So if you're crouching, it kind of controls a little bit more. But if you go prone, the reticle moves like very, very, very little because, well, you can't move either. So you have an advantage and a disadvantage. Now the thing that surprised me was that the TAR 21 is a 3-round burst gun. Like, people who know TAR 21s, like, those rip so hard in some Call of Duty. Stoner 96, of course, people remember that gun as well. Let's see. 150 rounds. Like, the light machine guns, you rarely have to reload, and the only time you reload is when everybody's dead. Secondaries, they all have the same secondary stun gun, 4ST. And then, of course, you know, LOADOUT has its own plethora of secondaries, but who cares about those? And then the equipment. Riflemen get an ammo box, which is really big. I noticed the comparison between Battlefield 3 and Tom Clancy is the fact that they have loadouts, number one. They have classes that can give out ammo and medic. And then if you want to know about the scout is the only class that can actually go invisible. Now I know you saw that, right? If you can see me on my own screen, they can see me on my own screen. It's almost like Predator in a way. Of course I lost that game. But like, the invisibility does not last. Does not help whatsoever. But one thing that does help though is when you're actually waiting on a game to load, and we're actually going to sit here together, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to sit here together and see how long this game takes to load. Alright? I'm not saying this is going to happen every time. I'm not going to say it's going to happen all the time. But trust and believe that it will happen to you. Mainly, number one, because the servers are just not getting up. Number two, you know, everybody's going out buying the game at different times, so, you know, the servers are pretty busy. But I have godlike internet connection. And I was like, maybe it's doing it on purpose to teach me how to play the game. And I was like, oh, you know, maybe that's it. Maybe it's just going to do it one time and one time only. Nah, not at all. This has done it plenty of times. Just enough. But it's smoothing out, you know, as the time is rolling by. You know, they probably fixed things, probably updated things. Who knows? But, oh man, was this the worst. The worst. And then also another big thing about this game, if you're playing with people who don't have a mic, just go ahead and guarantee yourself a loss, okay? I'm just gonna throw that out to you. Like, I mean, oh yeah, you can play online, play for the fun, play for yourself. I know, I understand. There's nothing wrong with playing for fun. But if you're trying to play to win, your chances of your chances of winning and not having people on your team with mics is you have about a 30% chance. That's the highest I'm gonna give you. That's just me being nice. Alright. And obviously this is the beginning of the game where you can where you can pick your character based off of the class and change the loadout and everything, as you can see. And then this is my very first game, so of course I'm way better than I am right now because obviously I'm a Call of Duty player. So running into this, I'm just trying to get a feel for the game, and I didn't play the campaign, so I have no idea what I'm doing, just pressing buttons. So coming off first gate into the game, and you cannot tell me I do not know anything about video games. Go check out my room. Alright. I go back all the way to the Sorry, so I know what I'm talking about. Coming into the game, it plays a lot like Gears of War as far as being able to see around corners. But I mean, I know they have the Rainbow Six feeling to it because of Tom Clancy, yeah. But just the whole dashing, jumping over, running to a certain spot, taking cover, being able to fire, you know, it has a Gears of War feeling to it. So, in my personal opinion, coming from first-person shooters to third-person, Gears of War fans are going to be able to pick this up and run with it super, super easy. You know, or any other third-person like SOCOM and, you know, etc., etc. But being a first-person shooter, this was very difficult. But actually, it was kind of a relief because it brings like a new edge, new feel to the game. And get used to seeing this too. Host migration. Oh my gosh, Becky, look at that host. It is so slow. Like, just get used to that, okay? It's annoying. I'm not saying, maybe it's just the beginning. It's only the second day. Maybe I'm just being a little too mean, and I apologize. But it's really annoying. I mean, for a game, if you want to like market your game out there and have it all out there, you want to make sure your stuff is legit. I'm not saying there's just not, because I bet you it's gonna smoothen out after a week or so. Anyway, so like I said, press the A button. You can jump over. You can run to certain plots. You can change the plots. You see that little arrow? I press the A button. I automatically run to it. Bam! I'm gone. I'm in there now. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Boom! Look at me get up against that wall right there. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, if you're feeling the game, go ahead and buy it. If you're not feeling the game, don't blow your $59.99, $63.03, $64, whatever. I don't know what tax or what state you're in. It's just not worth it if you're not feeling it. And, watch my review, see how you feel. Watch other people's reviews, see how you feel. Don't take any review seriously, though, until you actually play the game, okay? Don't do that, because you only know what you like. All right. Don't listen to me if you're not feeling me. Don't even listen to me if you like these type of games. Go out and buy it. It's all good. But as far as me, am I gonna let it consume my soul this summer? Nah, not really. It's not gonna happen. But I'll still play it every now and then. But let me know what y'all think about this video. And much love, Skinny Man. Love you guys. Out.